in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. And the Mustangs will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the Cal Golden Bears offense will have the football first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut the...
Trying to burn this defensive back. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Defenses have had their hands full slowing this guy down all season long. It's the speed, and it's the open field running ability in division. That's why he's second in the nation in rushing yards, and that's why he's square in the conversation for the Heisman Trophy.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cal!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game and the offense. They've got it moving now.
So the SMU Mustangs offense will get the ball for the first time. Handoff from the shotgun. Picks up the first down. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Makes it past the marker. Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. He wants to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. They can make this a 2-possession game with a field. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Bears!
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, you got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. They'll bring him down at the 14-yard line, and that return of the interception has this offense with spectacular field position. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The lone back's got it. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Mustangs will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Got it behind the line. It's Shelton.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. He's got it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the yoke. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. That gives him 100 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The sure hands, it's Demania. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. He's moving out of the pocket. Lets it fly. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming in this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this.
Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and the receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Running back searching for a hole. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's number 2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
The Golden Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
There's so many of these read plays with quarterbacks because they're so smart and they're so athletic now. He makes the correct move.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Golden Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on. found some open space and turned on the jets.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
23, SMU 0.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. We wind inside 4 minutes to play in the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Hit as he throws. Makes a connection. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it from the gun. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice
deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Mustangs. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him, and I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
23, SMU 7.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for room. It's Brake. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. The Golden Bears line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. It's complete. He's finally stopped and brought down at the
this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Power football with the run. Powers through the defender. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'll immediately call timeout. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Got it! Looking for the end zone. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They give him the rock again on second and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. With these last two plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on third and goal?
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. Are forced to settle for 3. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. At the 35, he's got room. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This will likely be the last play of the half. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Golden Bears will boot it away to start the second half. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Oh, he's got a chance. Wide open spaces. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Mustangs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. There he goes. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now.
Touchdown, SMU! And the comeback is on.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. The Golden Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Murray. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Johnston. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Golden Bears look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Golden Bears kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants to go deep. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. Getting aggressive here and going for 2.
One of the...
And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the 2-point try.
29. SMU 17.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And the Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going to take off. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That would be good enough for a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Going to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He's looking to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Caught over the middle. It's Shelton. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
From the gun, running back on the move. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Going for it all. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
36, SMU.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. All alone as he catches it. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. From the 30-yard line on first down. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Golden Bears looking to take advantage of this. Into the house. Touchdown, Cal! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. And the Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Got his man down the middle. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pulls it in on the right. Off and running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, SMU! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Coming out with it, it's Murray. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on his way to the field. He'll try the left side. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Golden Bears have this offense rolling. They're going to ride this running back. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Golden Bears really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down, they'll spot it at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense, because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Caught behind the line. It's Shelton. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there's no...
They've got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the fourth down stop. I know some teams have an aversion to punting. It's sort of the new wave of football, but giving the other team this... Touchdown, Golden Bears! And the pummeling has started. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Vanderbilt is going to walk off the field there in Nashville with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good.
Going right to work up top.
Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Blasted as he lets it go. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just...
Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he...
Touchdown, Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Offense working from the pistol. Looking to fire. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
Quickly out to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The throw. Makes the catch. It's Singleton. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Mustangs are facing 3rd and inches. Caught in the backfield. It's Singleton. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. The Mustangs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Finds his man. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Punt is on its way. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line.
And the California offense will take over. First and 10.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Using his legs, it's Wiley. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Well, this one had all the suspense.